So we have a pretty good memory erasing spell right in front of us. We kind of want to use it so that we can study for our final exam without being distracted by Colonel Sanders, and we want to forget him. And the question is, should we do this or not? Cast the forbidden spell? Don't do it after all. This is actually kind of a hard decision because I feel like this is the make or break point of the game. On one hand, yeah, having Colonel Sanders out of our mind will help us focus on school a lot more. But on the other hand, we're gonna forget all our beautiful moments together. We're gonna forget the beautiful mashed potatoes and gravy we made. Oh, sharing the spoon or the spork, eating the coleslaw, having all of that one-on-one time. Like, why would you want to forget all of that? Also, I feel like this character is very immature, just a little bit. I think she would benefit from a bit of like growing up. So part of life is taking the good with the bad. And sometimes you're hurt and you're heartbroken, but you still have to carry on. So I think taking the memory erasing spell is the easy way out, and it could actually end up pretty bad for us. I don't think we're gonna do it. I think we still have a chance with Colonel Sanders. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, he walked into school with Aeshleigh, but he wasn't exactly complimenting her either that time. And we confessed our feelings to each other. Why would I want to forget that? No, we're definitely not going to use a memory erasing spell. Nuh-uh, not for us. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Let's not interrupt him. Let's wait. Sprinkle stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkle turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence. Sprinkles is barking fiercely, drool flying off his face. Aww, he still has his puppy instincts. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Mel, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see? But before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. What? Pop, are you okay? I told you save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. I looked up the term. It's not a real term, so I was very confused what a shush house was. I'm like, maybe it's an anime thing that I just don't understand. But anyways, oh my, they got banned from every museum? Pop, we went on one date. It's over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his, creation behind and runs out the room. Oh, that's adorable little vegetable jelly snowman cupcake. It's actually really cute. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Such drama, man. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam, TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Aw, that's a sweet thing to say to your friend. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Aeshleigh. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Mel's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. As soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Oh wow, look at those blossom petals. Ooh. Mel, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when oven timer goes off behind you. Ooh, this is a personal growth moment. We should focus on the test. We should, and this is our practicing. But we just made the dish. We don't really need to practice anymore, right? And, you know, going back to the whole honesty thing, I think we should tell him about the dish. If we fail the test, then it's a learning lesson for us. But I think we could do it. We don't need no man, even if it's Colonel Sanders. Okay, so we're gonna fess up about our practice dish, because it's gonna be stupid if we ignore it. Okay, it's stupid. Let's just fess up. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can spell that. It was made with a heaping helping of tender, loving care. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. I mean, wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. Oh my. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Aeshleigh are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone's calling out really cool, special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend bastard blast. Oh no, that's not a good move name, Miriam, no. Best friend bastard blaster, oh my. Van Van flexes his pectorials as he chops open a sea urchin. That's a rockin' roid. Aeshleigh scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. I think that's called cheating and taking out a competitor. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Aeshleigh has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book on your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it is almost certainly evil magic? How could it be evil magic? There's a chicken on the book. We don't need a cheat to win, okay? Oh my, that's a cleaver with a heart chain. It's both sexy and dangerous looking. My. Anyways, we don't need to cheat to win, okay? I have faith in our skills. And our mac and cheese and chicken pot pie will for sure win it. And even if it doesn't win the competition, it will win Colonel Sanders' heart. I know it. I know this to be true. We're gonna do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Oh my. I believe in you, Mel. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Mel, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Yeah, we made the right decision. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? You're here cheering. Who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get I have knew it from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up in a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've gotten the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sort of. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water? I'd love to! I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they come from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during a scare tactics class, and when I woke up... He tosses a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. So we can summon extra power from deep within ourselves, or give up and drop out of culinary school. We're no quitters. We're gonna summon power from deep within us with love, with care, for Colonel Sanders. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Mel, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which will be super useful because while you are powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Mel. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his help support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. I'm sold. I'm so won over. I forgive you for everything that you've done. Oh, what a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Oh yes, union with me, Colonel. Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.